A name can imply destiny. We sometimes think that a name leads us forward to that destiny. Yet in time, when the picture is more complete, we can better understand the nuances that a name may have implied. What we may have thought initially was really only a piece of the whole. And yet there is so much more when the whole comes into focus. The mystery of the Promised Land, its beginnings, and its evolution have profoundly impacted our family. The Promised Land means different things to different members of our family. Our father Max, who cleared and developed the land. Audrey, who was there throughout its beginnings till present day. Robert's 40 years of working and running the Promised Land. Graham's approach avoidance of the land, and my witness from afar. And yet we all still wonder how the Promised Land got its name and what it has all meant. In many ways, it remains more of a mystery to us today as it did when Max cleared the Promised Land with his bulldozers.
This debate today about the name, the Promised Land. We had all sorts of different variations.
How it started?
How it was spelled. Wow.
How it was started, and also, and we're trying to get this for posterity, you see.
Yeah.
But there was even a debate about the spelling.
The spelling. Yeah, we got right into this. You know, is it actually the Promised Land, or is it the Promised Land? So is it the land of promises, or is it future context or past?
Well, nobody really knows, because the street sign, Promised Land Road, has a D in it. ED.
Promised Land.
Now,
Is that past tense?
Well,
Promised
sure.
Land, yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
That's a promise that was made and broken.
That's a road sign. But I've seen the postal address.
It's Promised Land, isn't it?
Promise, yeah.
Yeah, without the D.
With an E in it, or?
And then there are those that actually drop
Promised
the E.
Plantation has no E.
Has no E.
Yeah, it's registered as Promised Land with no E or no ED either. Just
so there's actually 3 of these things that exist
they must
in this sort of like, you know.
There'd be a reason for that. That's to be.
Joe,
What do you think?
Presumptuous or whatever, you know.
You don't want to be presumptuous?
Yeah, well, presuming it's the Promised Land.
So,
okay.
Promised Land Plantation.
So, Robert, how do you actually think it actually got its name? What is your best assessment of how it...
A long time before it was cleared, about 80 years ago, it was known as Promised Land, but nobody could do anything with it because the trees were too big.
80 years ago?
Then the bulldozers come out, didn't they not? And they could tackle it. And even then they had to blow a lot of them out, didn't they?
Max told me that they were the toughest trees ever.
So that's what, that lends a lot of weight.
Will was telling me about he used to blow them.
Yeah, but he did too.
They had to blow a lot of those.
They used to use ethanol, which was
And
a war surplus powerful explosive.
And he used to use some fertiliser as well.
Hey Jay, do you know any of the history of the Promised Land?
Jay.
What about you, Tina? Do you know any of the history?
No history of the Promised Land?
You know, it took explosives to get those big trees out, and that's how it led to it.
So how did it become Promised Land?
And when people knew how good the country was way back, but they couldn't do anything with it. Until the bulldozers, the big D9s and that came out.
That we live in another planet. And that Promised Land time, along with the Yeti.
The Yeti. Does
discovered
Tina know what the Yeti is?
Yeah, he lives in the Promised Land.
Had?
Oh, that's right. But you tried to sneak up on the Yeti.
Yeah.
Graham tried to sneak up on the Yeti.
Yeah,
and he scared the Yeti a little bit.
Yes, the Yeti tilted his head. I think it's important we get back to this issue of how the place was named. You know, because this is the only place where the Yeti has been sighted.
Yeah, but Graham has a special interest in this because
I do. I searched the world looking for the Yeti. You know,
it's whether the Promised Land promised Graham anything.
And everyone else, I might add.
What's it mean? Does it mean land of promises?
Yeah, well, this is what I'm trying to ascertain, because you know, Max promised all sorts of glories.
What's your interpretation, Rob?
Is it like it
Well, I promise people, to me it's a land of promises, but they're yet to deliver.
Yes!
Joe Graham is right.
We are in agreement! The promised land.
But if it's
Land of promises.
If it's a religious thing, the promised land.
That's
This
why they
isn't
dropped
promised.
the D.
This is
That's
land
why
of
they
promise.
dropped the D, because it's not actually the promised land at all.
No.
It's the promised land.
In other words, land
Very,
of promise.
very different.
Land of promise.
It's amazing how long ago they knew how much torture would be involved with the place.
So I reckon that road sign is wrong.
Yeah,
Should have a
I'd
D
take
on
that.
it.
That would be just a clip.
Yeah.
Yep. We
Yeah,
can
we
almost
need to
guarantee
know.
it.
So we're getting somewhere. So we don't think it's with a D.
No, it can't be, because if it,
No, we won't accept that.
no, if it was with a D, it would mean that it already delivered the promise.
That it has delivered.
Clearly
Okay, it
hasn't.
definitely hasn't. Doesn't have a D on it.
We're all in agreement there.
We're all in agreement that it definitely doesn't. What about you, Tina? Do you think it has a D in it?
I reckon it's the promised land.
The promise.
It's the promise, yeah, without the D.
Yeah.
And the whole promised land without the E. I mean, then it's not a
That's
promise.
just a registered
It's
trade.
not the land of promise.
I think we ought to ask Mum. She
Oh, we did have this, but Mum wasn't.
wasn't interested.
No, no.
Probably.
Well, her chooks needed feeding, right?
Chook, chook, chook. One of them might have a worm, you know, the scratch.
I think Rob did settle that debate, right?
No, it's definitely a land of promise.
Yeah, well, we
That means that things are yet to come.
yet to.
Well, we're waiting, yeah, like we said before,
We're waiting.
we're waiting
We're waiting.
for the land of promise
Oh,
to deliver.
how long have you been waiting, Rob?
40 years.
Well, Rob, you know,
You've been on the farm 40
Actually,
years?